Hi, my name is Rabbi Avraham Goldhar, and I want to congratulate you with your terrific success in the Mishnah Biyadi program 3, Masechtas, Psachim, Chagiga, and Baba Kama. Very solid Masechtas to learn, 23 prakim in total. So it's a terrific achievement, and I always like to say that one of the best habits to have in learning is to learn Mishnayos. Because what is Gemara? It's the comparing and contrasting of Mishnayos and Brises. And Brises are essentially Mishnayos that just Rabbi Yehuda and Nasi did not include. So if you have the Mishnayos down well, then you're really ready to go into the Gemara and compare and contrast. If you don't, you have to do it at the same time. So Mishnayos are the building blocks, and the best habit is always to get and to focus on Mishnayos and to learn the Mishnayos, review Mishnayos, so you're off to a great start, and I wish you continued success. I have a program called Zichru. It's Remember the Daf Day After Day. It's a memory program to help people remember what's in every daf they learn. And I want to share with you, for these Masechtas, memory approach, something you can use, a technique that you can help remember what you've learned in these 3 Masechtas. You can hold on to the long term, and you can apply this for your future learning. I call it the Shas phone list. The Shas phone list. Every Masechta gets a phone number, so to speak. It works like this. If you think about, this is the concept, if you think about looking at a building, there's 2 ways you can see a building. Let's take the Empire State Building. You can either go inside the Empire State Building and see what's on the inside. There's the tourist attractions, there's shops, there's offices, floor after floor. Every office is different. The decor is different. What happens there is different. You can know it from the inside. Or you can step way back outside, look at it at a distance, and then you get to see the majesty of the Empire State Building. Right? It's it's very, very grand. So taking an outside look will give you a whole different perspective of the big picture that you can't get from the inside. The inside gives you more like what's the detail. So similarly, every daf of a Gemara is like a different office of the building. Every daf is so different. But if you take a step back, Mishnayos give us a chance to stay on topic and get a sense of the overall whole of what are the issues and topics covered in the Masechta. So we're going to take that kind of big picture approach and use it to remember the organization structure of these 3 Masechtas. For example, Psachim I remember the phone number of 3151. 3151. 3 are the first 3 prakim that deal with the Isser Chametz, what you can and can't eat. Then number 1, the next parak, number 4. Number 1 is 1 parak for the Isser Malacha, Erev Pesach. You can't do Malacha, Erev Pesach. Goes through the various inyanim there. The next 5 prakim from Hay to Tes deal with the carbon Pesach, right? The whole carbon, a lot of 5 prakim, that's half the Masechta. And the last parak is Leil Seder, the halachas of Leil Seder. So you have 3, 1, 5, 1. 3 prakim for Isser Chametz, 1 for Malacha Erev Pesach, 5 for the carbon Pesach, and 1 for the Isser Malacha, the Leil Seder. 3, 1, 5, 1. So if I ask you, how many prakim deal with the carbon Pesach, you would say 5. Hey to Tes. If I ask you, how many deal with the Isser Malacha Erev Pesach, you would say 1, the 4th parak. How many deal with Leil Seder, you would say 1, the last parak. How many deal with the Isser Chametz? 3, the first 3. There you go, 3151 for Psachim. I'm going to skip Chagiga for a moment. Let's go to Baba Kama. Baba Kama also has 10 prakim. Different phone number, 6112. 6112. The first 6 prakim deal with the Avos Nazikin. The Avos Nazikin. Right? All the different halachas covered in those 6 prakim. Next one is Geneva, stealing. Next one, Chobo B'Chavero, personal injury, the 5 different payments you have to make. Chobo B'Chavero. And the last 2 deal with Gezela. So 6112. First 6 for Avos Nazikin. Next one for Geneva. Next one, Chobo B'Chavero, personal injury. And the last 2 for Gezela. So 6112. So far we have 2 Masechtas organized. Psachim, the phone number is 3151. First 3 Isser Chametz. Next one is Isser Malacha. Next 5 carbon Pesach. And the last one is Leil Seder. Then you get the Baba Kama, 10 prakim. First 6 deal with the, you tell me, Avos Nazikin. Next one, Geneva. Next one, Chobo B'Chavero. And the last 2, Gezela. Great. That's 20 prakim. And then we're going to go to Chagiga, just 3 prakim. And here we're going to use 1.5, 1.5. Because those 3 prakim are more or less split in the middle of the second parak. The first 1.5 prakim deal with the karbanas of a chag. What do you bring on the chag? The karbanas, the re'iyah, the simcha, the chagiga, and so on. The last parak and a half, dealing with the middle of the second parak into the completing the third, is tahara beregel, how you matara yourself, how you purify yourself, and how Klal Yisrael gets ready and prepared for the regel, and then what happens after the regel, the tahara, the purity of the regel. So the first 1.5 prakim deal with the karbanos of the regel, and the next 1.5 deal with the tahara beregel. So that gives us a big picture of what you've covered in the time you've been learning with the Mishnah B'Yadi program. Let's review. Psachim, the phone number is 3151. First three prakim deal with the Isser Chametz. Next one, Melach Erev Pesach. 5 prakim for the Karban Pesach. And the last parak deals with Leil Seder. Baba Kama, 10 prakim. 6, 1, 1, 2. First 6 prakim deal with the Avos Nazikin. Next one deals with Geneva, that's the 7th parak. 8th parak deals with Chova B'Chavero. And the last 2 deal with Gezela. And then the 3 prakim of Chagiga divided into 2. Right? 1.5 deal with the Karbanos of the Regel. And the last 1.5 deal with Tahara B'Regel. So now we have a big picture view of what you've accomplished. All the Mishnayos, as you review them, it'll stay hopefully firm within this framework, but it's an easy way to hold on to, review what you've covered, and then keep it organized in your mind. Ultimately, the real thrill of Mishnayos is to own it by reviewing, and then being able to easily access what you've learned so you can bring it into all your learning. I want to wish you continued success and Hatzlacha in the Mishnah B'Yadi program. Also, for your continued learning of Mishnayos for all of Shas Mishnayos. And we just continue to go mechal and be a source of nachas for your family, for your community, and most importantly, you should feel the nachas for yourself for what you've achieved in this very exciting, special, meaningful program of Mishnah B'Yadi. So Rabbi Avraham Goldhar from Zichru wishing you continued hatzlacha.